San Diego Yacht Club La Playa Series, March 1st, 2020. Our goals for today are to practice, and there's Taylor 9559, Max 9299, Celeste 9995. Number one thing we talked about was the difference between a south wind in La Playa and a west wind. So west wind is about sailing the lifted tack and pointing up towards the beach. This is more of a southwest. This is going to be more about getting to the left middle, avoiding the hard right, because the hard right is underneath Southwestern Yacht Club. Another big goal is to ease the tiller out of our hands a lot today. And our cue to get on the rail is if we let go of the tiller and the boat heads up quickly. That's the cue to get on the rail. Here's Chris, looking very good. Other goal is to round the windward mark with a more smooth turn. So we're trying not to shoot hard down at the mark. We're trying to do a nice gradual, half a boat length wide, approaching the mark if possible, and then turning down slow. And once you get past the mark, the boom out, even past 90, just a touch at first. We'll see how we do. We got Isabella and Isabella. This Isabella's in her first regatta, and this one is an A-fleeter. Having fun? Race 1. A, B, and C1 fleets together. We have Bella 9983, Maddie 9699 is a B fleeter, Maddie's an A fleeter. We have Lena is a B fleeter 10243, Chris is a C1 fleeter 8900, and Taylor is 9559 is a new B fleeter. Chris for C1 regatta. Lena. Max is pinching. Wow, Bella, what a restart, girl. Awesome. Bella leading. Taylor in second. Here's Lena. C2, C3 fleet. We got Kevin here in a red boat. And interestingly enough, the A fleet won. The right side paid for the A fleet, the left side paid for the C2, C3. I think Kevin tacked too early is what he did. He was winning the race and he tacked in light wind, and everybody else just went out there. Let's see, Celeste 9995, Fenton 10019 is the other Isabella in her first regatta. Number 13. Kevin sailing a little cautiously with his boom in, but it doesn't matter because they're second place right there. So he's just crushing. She's doing good. Isabel's beating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats. So she's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great job. Very calm little thing. Brother and sister. 13 there going downwind. Brother, red boat, about to get a bullet. They only did course 1, so they did 1 lap for the C2, C3s. Kevin just crushed him. We've really got him all lined up with a good lee board, a good sail. His mast rake is correct, his boom's not too high. His lee board angle looks good, and just sailed a perfect race. Less than 30 seconds for A, B, C1, race 2. Goals for Max are to fly his leech telltale more. His leech telltale stalled almost every single time it got light wind, his leech telltale was stalled because he was pulling the main sheet too hard. So I'm telling him to look at that more and fly it a little once in a while. And if he's not gaining on people, to make sure he's not too close to the wind. The lured telltale in a Sabot moves when we're trying to go fast. Only one boat over. Taylor just nailed the pin. Chris is heeling too much. He should let go of the tiller. He'll see that he's heeling too much. Max needs to move the lured telltale right now. He needs to go lower. Yeah, he's going too slow.
All clear.
Taylor. Now, everybody here is not looking upwind.
Move the race course to the right a little bit.
Everybody's sailing pretty darn good. Great experience for Chris to have to race the A-fleeters in his first C1 regatta. He just moved up with a pretty dominant performance at Newport Harbor. Like 25 boat fleet, and he won. Race 2, it's been very shifty today. And so during the last race, we had a big right wind shift, meaning starboard tack was very lifted upwind. So they moved the mark over to the right. Now the wind has shifted back to where it was before, and Taylor did a good job there. Nice slow turn. Bella, slow turn. Main outs. Chris getting around. Maddie did a good job. Maddie leaned in a little too much. We don't want to move to the middle of the boat. We want to stay. We actually want to heel the boat to windward like 1 degree. Perfectly flat or just barely heeled. Chris, Lena. This is just super fun. Now Chris should actually go low and Maddie should go low. And Maddie should see that puff coming. You see that big dark spot coming upwind of her? It's 30 seconds, 20 seconds away. Oh, Maddie did good. So C3s are about to start. They're all gonna be lured of this fleet. So these are all starboard tackers here. These are gonna be all starboard tackers here pretty much. So all these boats are gonna be lured of us. So Isabella, she's on port tack. She's still learning starboard and port tack. That's our goal for her, is to learn starboard tack close hauled, port tack close hauled. Now she's on starboard, good. So very late for the start, but no problem. Celeste needs to be letting go of the tiller. She needs to be on the rail. Here's Kevin. So Kevin's in about 6th or 7th, but he's going to come back. He just looks great today. Race 3. This is just great practice regatta for us. Maddie got a 4th. Taylor got a 1st. Working with Chris on reducing weather helm. He sails with the boat with so much heel that he's just having to turn the rudder so hard. The pin's too favored. Maddie just...
Wow, the boat is favored. You guys should all be starting right here.
He said the boat is favored. I think Bella attacks and crosses these guys. Taylor's gonna cross Chris. I'm impressed with Taylor though, man. Taylor has pulled off 2 pin-end starts. Chris, Ike. He's just fighting that rudder. You see how he's tucking it under his elbow? He's got so much weather helm, he's tucking the tiller under his elbow. So Bella's been working on our game plan, which is to get left of everybody and be patient. This is south wind. Generally, the least risk is here. And then once you get here, you have to play the shifts. She's trimmed a little tighter than him. She has a little flatter sail than him. He beat her last race. This is the windiest race of the day. So Taylor should start hiking. See that puff? Yeah, he should be on the rail right now. I mean, they're just not seeing these puffs. Too much weather helm, everybody. Too much weather helm. Too much rudder drag. They are winning. Oh, Max is on a huge lift. Again, leech telltale stalled on Max. See the red telltale? Totally stalled. That's over trimmed. He needs to fly that. He needs to ease. Oh, there it started to fly for a second, but Stalled. See how the leech tail stalled all the time? That means over trimming. When we did the Newport Regatta, we saw A-fleeters that were 110 to 120 pounds sitting on the rail. And we learned from my video that we were not sitting on the rail, even though we were much lighter than the A-fleeters. So when we have puffs today, guys, we got to get on the rail. I cannot believe how far back he is sitting. Kevin, he is just locked in on a huge lift and a puff. Just, yeah, that looks like a B-fleeter right there, dude. Race 4, ABC1 fleet. It's been shiftier than I thought it would be, so it's actually very similar tactics of a westerly. Westerly is you're just trying to sail the lifted tack. Now we're trying to sail the lifted tack and keep our heads out of the boat to see the wind coming down. Right now the wind is very light. Big puff way up there. Goal for Max is to trim looser upwind and point lower. Goal for Chris is to sail flatter. Goal for Maddie is to go speed before pointing. I think she's trying to compare herself to other people upwind, yet she's not up to speed yet. For Max, we're trying to fly the leech tail more by sailing a looser main sheet. That'll get more flow over the lee board. He's pointing too high. He just needs to foot. Trying to get him to point lower.
Okay, so 2s and 3s, I'm going to give you a new sequence here. You're going to be on course 1 again.
Okay, he should do a penalty turn. Now look at these boats going upwind right here. Look at that, her telltales are flying. The pin end is favored by a long way. Oh, Maddie, get on the rail, right? See the puff about to hit her? 2, 1, on the rail. There's Bella. See, Bella beat her to the rail. Bella's goals were to sail her heel mode in the light spots, and then in the puff, sail a little flatter. Than she normally does, and that's exactly what she did. Celeste was totally front row. Bella's winning the A fleet. Maddie's in second in A fleet. Lena's in third. Kevin. Chris. Fourth. Kevin. Another great start. Isabella. Better start. 13th. Celeste. Good job. Celeste got a second the last race. Celeste, it's about being a little meaner. You know, just making her a little meaner. Just going for it a little harder. Just like I'm sure she does her ballet dancing. Oh, Kevin is just on fire today. This kid has never sailed this well. Oh, Fan. Look at Fan. Fan, we're working with him on having the vang on upwind. He's only 50 pounds, maybe 50. Have the vang on upwind and then easing the vang downwind 2 or 3 inches. Not too much. But his boom doesn't go out. Nice tack. Perfect place to tack. Starboard tack. As you come upwind, these are the puffs that you have to be able to see. Alrighty, so Kevin. Yeah, huge puff, he got stuck. That's okay. That's okay. Vortex taking me towards the mark, so just keep on going. That was a good duck, but remember, you got to ease the main sheet on ducks a little. Okay, here we go. Celeste all the way to the left on starboard tack. We'll see how she does.